Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Welcome. This is the Chatty Daddies, everybody.
The podcast from three dads who think they are parenting experts.
Today we discuss car seats, a hard lesson one of us had to teach our kid, and what a guy is supposed to do while she is giving birth.
Yeah, right. But first, we want to be very interactive with our listeners, and we encourage you to always hit us up on social media. By the way, it's at Chatty Daddies everywhere, or chattydaddies.com. Yeah, we got a website. We fancy like that. But let us know if we're right or wrong, and tell us what you're going through in your home, because we want to hear from you as well.
So Jeanette heard us talking about spanking and discipline on our very first episode. Trey, you said something like you want Kara, your wife, to just chill on the enforcement and that you would be the disciplinarian in the family,
yes.
right? So Jeanette wrote us. She had kind of a different approach.
Okay.
So we called Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette.
Hi.
So
Hi,
Jeanette, when you heard Trey say that he was going to be the one that would do all the discipline, maybe the spanking, the grounding, the punishment, what did you think?
Okay, so I listened to it, and when I heard that, I thought, I'm not sure. And I know Trey's still trying to, figure out what he's going to do and all that stuff. So what I was thinking, though, was that I understand his reasoning. I understand that he doesn't want his son to be upset with mom. However, what I think could possibly happen in that is that his son will end up not respecting mom.
Oh,
because
you don't know mom.
What do you mean?
Mom gets respect.
Okay.
That's true. I don't know her, so I could be wrong. But I just know that I have a son, too. Y'all actually have met him before. We were on the kids trip.
Oh, who's your son?
His name is Zane. We were on 2016. He did Jedi training.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Zane stabbed me, guys. What? Yeah. With a plastic sword or lightsaber, but yeah, he got me.
Right, exactly. So when he was little, he used to throw big fits, like the kicking, screaming, tantrum type fits. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so I was if he was with me, I needed to be the one to deal with that, because that was what I had said in my email, was that if mom is there when the kid is acting up, she needs to be the one to deal with it. Otherwise, my thought was that he's not going to obey unless dad is there. If he knows that dad is the one that spanks or puts in timeout or whatever the thing is, that he's going to be like, well, I don't have to listen until dad steps in, and then I know I have to listen.
Right.
Kind of.
That makes sense. I'm 100% certain that Kara will not be putting up with she's a fun person, but when the kid steps out of line, she's going to definitely make sure that he gets back in line pretty quickly. Probably way better than I ever would. I just imagine in my head, I don't want the kid to be like, Mom's mean. I'd rather, if the kid's going to think one of the parents is mean, I'd rather him think I'm mean.
Here's the thing, and Jeanette and Nick probably could back me up on this. Your kids will eventually, at some point or another, think both of you are the worst people on earth.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You cannot avoid that. Eventually, your kids will say, maybe I don't like you. They might get as crazy as saying I hate you, but you know that it's just kids blowing up, and eventually they come downstairs and nothing happened.
Jeanette, is Zane an only child?
He is not. We have an older daughter.
Okay, so here was a question I posed to a friend of ours that just had their newborn baby on July 4th. So my question was, when do you think you'll end up calling the kid a bitch?
You don't say it to their face.
Sure.
Oh, but I mean,
how
at some point,
early
once
on?
once they go to bed, you're just like, man, that little.
Yeah, or
Blankety
punk ass,
blank,
little
yeah.
punk ass.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't usually say those words.
Oh,
so let's see.
well, then I
Thinking in my
apologize.
head.
I apologize.
No.
Then my reverse.
3-year-olds are kind of thinkers. That's for sure. 2s and 3s are kind of little thinkers a lot.
My reverse question on that was, then at what age do you think that your daughter is going to call you a bitch?
Yeah, right? When does that happen?
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, she's about to be 12, so...
Wow. So
Hey.
you're in the junior high years and early high school. It's happening soon.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of attitude that's already starting. There's a lot of attitude.
You know, Trey just said something about how Kara's great, but she's not going to put up with a lot. Jeanette, did you find, because I know it happened to me, that I went into parenthood thinking I'll be so understanding, but now my fuse is so short that it's like I don't really give either of us a chance to figure out why either of us are mad. I'm just immediately blowing up.
Right.
Yes, there's definitely those kind of days, and then I'm like, what am I even yelling about? But it just sometimes, honestly, it feels good to yell.
Yeah,
and that's really not the right approach. But sometimes it feels good to just say what you're thinking, and then later you have to be like, I'm sorry, I was yelling, or yeah.
Guys, I had that happen this weekend.
What
actually
happened?
So my son and I had a football game. And he was getting ready for it, and he wasn't listening to me, because we had to leave, and he was still not ready, and we're probably like 10 minutes out from leaving. And Kinsey, my wife, comes up to me, and she goes, I was talking to Susan, our friend, and Kaysen was asked by Susan, hey, are you having fun playing football? And Kaysen said, no, I don't really like it. And I don't know why that triggered me, guys, because it's not that big of a deal for him not to say that. But I have been that. I don't want to be the dad that makes his kid play sports that he doesn't want to play, right?
Sure.
I want to be the dad that makes his kid do what he wants to do and what he's interested in. And I have been asking him that question since he started playing football. And I don't know why that hit me the wrong way, to where he was upstairs and I walked up all mad, like the huffing and puffing dad move. And he's standing there with a smile on his face. And I was like, you know what? You're not playing today. And he had no idea what was going on. And he goes, why? And I said, Mommy just told me that you told Susan that you don't like playing football. I handled it in just the worst way you could handle it as a dad. I don't know if I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but I went off on him. And I was like, I feel like you lied on me. I feel like you're just doing it, and that's why you don't put forth effort. And I just went off on him, and I made him sad. And then I go downstairs, and I sit down, and I finally have a moment to breathe, and I go, man, I'm a huge a-hole.
Yeah.
We don't use those words around Jeanette.
Yes.
That's why I didn't say it, Trey. So I had to apologize and go upstairs and go, hey, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to yell at you like that. You are going to play. And I took him to his game, but I felt like the biggest idiot because I went off on him for really no reason whatsoever.
Sometimes kids say the opposite. I remember when I was a kid, I was staying at my friend's house. I was maybe in first grade.
Yeah.
My parents are there to pick me up the next morning, and one of the parents said, hey, Nick, did you have fun? And I said, no. And this was one of my best friends at school. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I had a blast. I don't know why I said no. I had fun. We went on to spend the night at each other's houses for years to come. But I remember that car ride home was pretty terrible because I got an earful. I don't know why I said no. I was having fun.
Weird.
That's literally Nick. You are Kaysen. That's exactly what Kaysen said. He's like, I don't know why I said I don't like it. I do like it. I do like football. Like he's had to explain to me.
Did Kaysen have fun this weekend?
Yeah. Oh, he almost scored a touchdown. He got to the 1 yard line and got caught and hurt his ankle. But yeah, he almost scored a nice little touchdown. He did pretty well.
Yeah. We will never really understand how to figure out kids, will we, everybody?
No.
But that's what we're trying to do. But
no,
Jeanette,
that's true.
Jeanette, thanks for joining us and thanks for giving us your opinion. So maybe Trey will still be the enforcer. Maybe not. We don't know.
I would like to say I made Kara sound like she was a little bit unfun. Okay, she's the most fun person I've ever met. But I also know
and he will love her no matter what. Boys love mom.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
And give Zane a big hug from me.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Well,
Good to
thanks
chat
for
with
listening and everything like that, Jeanette, and thanks for letting us talk to you.
Thank you.
Man, that was really cool that Jeanette reached out to us.
That was cool. I had no idea. She didn't say anything about her being a kid's mother.
No, that is cool.
That's pretty cool. If you're unfamiliar, we all work for the Kid Craddock Morning Show, a nationally syndicated morning talk show.
Yes.
And Kids is the charity of our show. And every year we take a plane full of kids to Disney World, and we show them a good time. And Jeanette was one of those people.
Pretty awesome, right?
Now, we all know that as busy families, dinner time has to be one of the craziest, most chaotic moments of the day.
I hate going by my wife around dinner time because she stresses out about what to make sometimes. And that's why we need to tell people about Every Plate, Nick.
I know it. I feel so bad. I'm right there with you, JC, because it gets to be dinner time. My wife, she's very organized, and she actually has an Excel spreadsheet. She's also an accountant, so she loves Excel. And she has a spreadsheet of our dinners and what it's going to take to make those dinners happen every week. But with Every Plate, she doesn't need that Excel spreadsheet every week.
They are the Excel spreadsheet.
They give you everything. I'm telling you, I've said it before. When they sent us our box of Every Plate meals, it was like they sent us a grocery store.
Right.
And the best thing is, Every Plate starts at $2.99 per meal. And I got an entire grocery store for $2.99 per meal.
Unbelievable.
And you're not going to get too much stuff. Like, they give you exactly what you need for each meal, so it's not like you're going to buy a bunch of stuff that's going to be left over in the fridge. You get what you get for your meal, you eat it, and then it's all gone. Boom.
So recipes for Every Plate, they take about 30 minutes to come together. It's faster than going to the grocery store. It's faster than creating a meal from scratch. And the food is delicious.
It really is. And if you're not a chef or you're not really good in the kitchen, I'm not. My meals turn out just fine with Every Plate as long as you follow the instructions. Trust.
Hey, you can get 3 weeks of Every Plate meals for only $2.99 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering the code Daddies3.
That's meals from only $2.99 by going to everyplate.com, promo code Daddies3.
And that's the number 3. Daddy spelled out, number 3, and get yourself that Every Plate. Bam.
So, JC, you missed something a little exciting earlier today. So, we are trying to social distance with the Kid Craddock Morning Show. So, JC is from his home, and Trey and I are up here at the studio. We are still socially distancing. And Trey just started talking, just kind of off the cuff. He was like, hey, I put in the car seats this weekend.
JC, how hard was it for you to put in the car seats back whenever you were first having to deal with a newborn?
From what I remember, I did it, and I thought, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
That is exactly my thought. I had to install 2 different car seat bases. It took me about 10 minutes and no trouble at all. It was fairly intuitive. Done.
Because I had the friends that were like, "Yo, yeah, man, I went to the fire department and they put it in for me and all that stuff." And then when I did it, I literally wanted to call each one of those dudes and be like, "Dude, you guys wasted those firefighters' time.
Right.
They could have been doing something else."
I will say, I have an appointment to meet with the police department so that they'll double check it for me.
Yeah.
But I had heard it was the hardest thing. It's so annoying. They're cumbersome. They're a beating to put in and out. It wasn't trouble at all.
Yeah, our hospital that our children were born at had some sort of safety check, and we just did it like the week before our kids were born or something like that. And so I said, okay, Trey, Mr. Cocky Pants, well, I'm going to go up to your car. And so he gave me his keys, and I checked out his work. Trey was not with me. I said I would give him a grade.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
How his car seat was installed in his car. And first, I have to say, Trey, your car is so clean.
It is.
It is immaculate.
If you want some fatherly philosophy, which we come as a
clean
recurring
car is the sign of how a man takes care of his family.
I don't care about other people. I want it to be my own mental state.
Got it.
I have to get in my car twice a day at least. No matter what day it is, I'm going somewhere or coming home. I mean, there's the occasional day I stayed home. When I get into my car, do I want it to be a cluster? Do I want it to be a nightmare? Do I want it to be something that I go, oh my God, I need to clean this out at some point? Or do I want to take care of it immediately? And so that when I get in the car, I don't go, oh geez, I'm a slob. I get in the car and don't think anything.
Yeah.
So
Are you guys
my
are you
thought.
air freshener guys now? Do you have an air freshener in there?
No.
I Ooh, I haven't done it in a while, but what you can do, what my parents' trick always was,
Yeah.
get a leather-scented candle. If you have leather seats, get a leather-scented candle and just put it under your seat.
Yeah.
Some people have like fabric softener, dryer sheets under their seats. Some people do the little car clips. But yeah, generally, and I do have a leather spray that I'll spray in there from time to time.
Right.
So you like the leather smell? Okay. Well, careful with the wax because I did that with my truck. Instead of getting an air freshener, I just put a nice little vanilla scented candle in there. And when I went to take my truck back when my lease was up, I didn't know that candle had melted in the sun. And so there was a bunch of driving going on while this candle was probably melted, and it swooshed all over the place. So I had a bunch of wax damage in that little compartment. It melted the plastic of the cup holder that I never saw. So careful with those. But I did dive right back in, and I got myself a sex wax.
Yeah, you did. What's sex wax?
It's what you put on your surfboard. So it reminded me of my
Don't
childhood.
call Kinsey that.
No. In fact, Kinsey got it from me, and she came home. She goes, "Does this remind you of when you were a teenager?" And it was that, and it was the smell. It was awesome. So my car smells like the beach.
Well, so let's get back to Trey's car seat here. So a car seat, it's not supposed to move like at all, or as little as possible.
Right.
And so I checked Trey's movement. I was ripping it from side to side, and it was placed in the middle, which is where it's supposed to be for newborns, right?
Good.
In the middle. And Trey, I'm going to give you a very high score.
You should.
I'm going to give you a 9 out of 10.
Give me the one point. Give me the
Here's
one
what I marked off.
No.
I had to go back and research. I had to do a quick Google. By research, I looked at 2 websites.
Okay.
And so I looked at it and I said, he's got it latched in, so there's like clips.
Yeah.
And you're using the seatbelt. You're using both.
That's double safety right there.
Double safety. Well, I thought, for some reason, this doesn't sound right.
Really?
And so I went to healthychildren.org on what they're talking about with car seats, and they said, keep in mind only one system should be used unless the car's safety seat and vehicle manufacturers say it's okay to use 2 systems at the same time. So just use one.
Did you also Google to see if my car's safety features?
No, I didn't go that far.
Oh,
Did
man.
you?
No, I need to go and Google it.
So I'm going to say it's a 9 out of 10. It did not move.
Okay.
At all.
If you think about it, that makes sense, Nick, that you're not supposed to use 2 of them or double safety.
No, it does not.
No, listen, because what do they tell you? Like when you're wearing condoms, when we were kids or when we were younger, not kids, sorry. When we were younger and we were trying to get into that, and we would think that wearing 2 condoms would be beneficial. What we later learned was that could actually hinder and actually cause a pregnancy because those rub together and they could rupture.
Yeah. Great. So I won't put on 2 seatbelts on that thing.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is that you maybe still want to use birth control when you use a condom. Those are 2 different safety mechanisms.
Yeah, but it's not the... Okay, Adrian. Yeah.
How about bite my... whatever.
I'm just saying, I remember when we were getting it put in, they just said, just use one or the other. They didn't say it was more dangerous, but they just said it doesn't make it more safe.
Oh,
so that's what they were saying. They were just saying just use one.
Even if it's like 0.0001% more safe, I'll take it.
I think that should mean that I get an 11 instead of a 9.
Because
Points
you're
added.
overcautious?
Exactly.
You did extra credit, Trey. Well, congratulations on putting the seats on correctly.
That thing did not
you.
move. It was sturdy. But JC, I told Trey that I don't know if you experienced this. Well, I guess all like your in-laws and your parents, they did not live in the same city. My parents and my in-laws, everyone that is going to take our kid lives in the same area as us. So people are taking our kids from time to time. And so they have car seats in their car. You got to double check those car seats every time those kids are getting in another person's car.
Especially with grandmas.
Yeah, because they're going to take the car seat out, and you have to really tighten those things in there.
Right.
Like you have to get on the car seat, put your knee down, yank the strap up so that it is in there so secure. Grandma may not have the strength to do that.
Sure.
Or think about it or whatever. And, car seats are different than they were when we were kids. So you've always got to check, because a lot of times when I check, they're loose, and you just got to tighten those bad boys back up.
And so how did you go check?
You just make up an excuse to go outside. I'm going to go throw something away in the garage, or I'm going to go out to my car and look for something, and then just hope that theirs is unlocked.
Right.
Or when you're buckling the kid in, you just check real quick and
right.
tighten things up that need to be tightened up.
Or break the window. If everything's locked, just break the window, stage it like it's a break-in, and then just make sure that it's tight in there.
What
It'll be
happened?
fine.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Now,
my
Trey-
mom used to say, the car seat's fine, because I felt like she didn't really, when she would come visit, like she didn't really take the car seat very serious, because I grew up in Mexico, and that was a, voluntary thing.
Yeah, car seat.
If you wanted to keep your kid safe. And I remember her not putting Kason in the car seat once, and I was like, Mom, you got to put him in his car seat. And she goes, ay, mijo, you used to sit on my lap when I used to drive. And I was like, so also make sure your parents don't do that.
Something I am a little bit worried about is that very first drive home. Mm-hmm. Our hospital is about 35 minutes if you're driving speed limit speeds.
Yeah.
And it's down a highway.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to find like a back
Go
road.
back roads?
Tell me, is this because then there's more stopping and more possible rear ending? I don't
Go on the
know.
highway. Go
on the highway?
Yeah, Kara's going to sit in the back with the baby. Everything's going to be fine. Before you know it, you're going to be home. Go on the highway. Just drive like regular.
Okay.
Now, you will come up when you have your second kid, and Nick, I don't know if you went through this, because you put your car seat in the middle, right? That's the safest spot
Correct.
for your newborn, because if you get hit on either side, at least there's no contact right there, and you're making it safer. But when you have another kid, you're going to have to decide, all right,
goes
which
where?
one do I want to save?
Because isn't it? I don't have these stats in front of me, but it's like behind the driver is the safer spot.
Yeah.
Because when a driver, let's say you're running to hit a light pole,
Yes.
you're going to probably just out of instinct swerve to protect you.
Right.
And so if the kid is behind you, that helps. So, yeah, my daughter is behind me. She's the newest born in my family. She's
Yep.
directly behind me when I drive.
Wow. Congratulations to her. I used to have Kason behind me, and then Chloe would be in the center, and then I had to move him to the passenger side because he kept kicking my seat. So I was like, too bad, bro. The safety's gone.
Trey, try to be aware when you get in the car. I became aware the first thing that my son heard on the radio, I remember that song.
Okay.
And it was, let me see if y'all remember this hit from 2016. Baby, pull me closer in the backseat of my Rover.
Yeah.
That was the first song that my son
Chainsmokers.
heard on the radio in his life.
Interesting.
And what my daughter heard for the first time was a Post Malone song. I don't remember which one, but I'm pretty sure it was Post Malone.
Kason's was Rihanna, first song he heard. We Fell in Love in a Hopeless Place. And Chloe's first song that she heard, oh man, that one, I think it was a Taylor Swift song.
All right.
Yeah, I think it was a Taylor Swift song that she heard.
Well, Trey, we need to get you up to speed on what you should and should not do while you're in the delivery room.
Okay. Let me break down our birth plan at this point,
Okay, go ahead.
or at least what I think I know about it. We're going vaginal.
Okay, thank you.
That sounds funny.
I'm glad you're using a proper term. We're all adults here.
So he's all
Is she
set up.
nervous about that?
She just said last night that she thinks maybe she's getting a little bit of anxiety about the baby coming.
Yeah.
The
I don't
stress?
know if that was in particularly about the type of birth that she's going to be given, but just that there's a baby coming in general,
Sure.
because she's been having a little bit of trouble sleeping. I don't know if that's physical discomfort or if that's mental anxiety, so on and so
Both,
forth.
probably.
I'm sure. So the baby's all set up, nice and ready to go. He's upside down, like his head is pointing towards the floor.
He's ready.
And so, yeah, he's ready to come out of the water ride.
The hoo-ha.
Yes. and
That's what my doctor called it.
it could come down to a C-section. That's also fine. We're not going to be like, oh, no, do everything you can to do vaginal. Whatever the doctor is trying to tell us to do. We're down for it. We just need the kid to be alive and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the game plan. We don't have any music planned like you were,
Are you gonna
we were
watch?
talking about.
You're gonna take a peek.
I will be standing next to her shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's any reason for me to watch. Like, she
You don't
doesn't
want
want me to see her whatnots all blown out, and she doesn't want to.
I
bro.
agree, Trey. Don't look. Do not look.
Were you guys C-section or were you guys both?
We were all natural.
all natural,
for
both of them.
And I did not want. My wife knew I didn't want to see. We told the doctors I didn't want to see nothing.
Yep.
And then the very first when our son was born, it was just very fast. Like things were kind of slow once we got to the hospital, and they gave her something to help speed things up, and then it just happened like immediately.
Like a baby
so there
accident.
wasn't a whole lot of time to kind of get our bearings together. And so the doctor came in, checked my wife, and she said, "You're going to start pushing now." And we were not expecting that. We thought it was a few hours away, and she said, "Dad, grab a leg." So I grabbed a leg, and my wife's my wife's knees are at her forehead, and she's pushing, right? And so I tried not to look, but you see things
right.
out of the corner of your eye. You see things, and part of me during it was like, well, maybe I'll look, but I didn't see enough to scare me from ever wanting to go there again.
You didn't make full eye contact.
It happened. No, I didn't. I mean, and I've seen pictures, and I've seen people say like, I stood right next to the doctor and watched from that angle. No.
Yeah.
That was me, bro. I had a camera and everything.
No.
I was doing like a full cinematography and everything.
Don't want to watch, Trey. You don't want to see it.
Oh,
There's a lot going on, but you do kind of separate yourself. You're not thinking about sexy time at that point.
Sure.
I did kind of separate myself from what I saw and what I love,
I did learn that because our babies were both C-section babies, and I'm pretty sure if Kinsey and I would have been lovers in the early 1900s, she would not have made it because my kids' heads were way too big to go through the vagina, and so they needed to do C-section with her, and so I don't think she would have been very happy back in the day if we were, early century couple.
Now, C-section is a little different. I might look there because C-section, they just like cut you open and pull things out and then put it all back in.
I am more anti-looking at C-section than I am looking for vaginal.
Oh, bro, the C-section stuff was the greatest thing I've ever watched.
So what I understand is like they'll take like all of her guts out and set them down next to her and then cut the sack open, rip the baby out, and then sew her back up.
They move what they need to move, right? It was a little bit... There was more stuff out when Chloe was born than from what I remember when my son Kason was born. Yeah, but they just move it off to the side. It's just kind of chilling there. And then, they pull the baby out, and then I got to cut the umbilical cord and everything. And you get to see it just come out of the stomach, just...
So the umbilical cord is the other question. Mm-hmm. Do you cut it? Do you not? I'm interested in cutting it.
Yeah.
I cut the second one. For some reason, during the first one, they never gave me that option.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I would have, though.
I don't know how long it is. Is it like my iPhone? Because I was planning on not looking, and
it's pretty long.
Well,
yeah,
so
it's pretty long.
I didn't know if it was like the standard iPhone charger that you get and you have to be closer to the wall.
It's longer. It's probably the 6-foot cable. Yeah. I don't know if it's 6 feet, but it's the longer one you need to purchase off Amazon.
All right,
sure.
And it's a little. It's weird when you cut it because it's flesh. It definitely feels like you're cutting.
Yeah, it was like thick.
Yeah.
When you're cutting it, it feels like you're cutting through rubbery skin.
Yeah.
Flesh.
It was definitely. I felt like I was cutting my wife and my kid at the same time. It was nuts.
Do you think you are going to cry?
I cry at everything. When it
and
involves,
that's fine.
When it involves my wife, I cry at everything. I'm a pretty big jerk otherwise, but with Kara, I'm pretty emotional.
So, do you think you will cry while she's giving birth, or right when you see the kid for the first time?
When I see the kid, that makes sense.
Because during birth, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a lot going on. But yeah, the second that baby was out, for me, it was just like...
Did Blair cry?
Not as much as I did.
Yeah.
I mean, she teared up. Sure, it's emotional. Yeah.
Yeah.
And JC, did you cry? Did Kinsey cry?
Dude, when my son was born, because the way they lifted him, it just hit the light just right, so it looked like baby Simba in The Lion King. It was just like it was just hitting him right, and he started crying. And as soon as he started crying, and I realized he's alive and he's here, I just my eyes welled up, and I remember I just looked at him and I said, "I love you." That was the first thing I said to my son. And then they put him on this little table, and he was just sitting there crying, and I was crying, and Kinsey's like, "Let me see him," and then she started crying. We're all crying in there. Yeah, we cried big time.
So I looked up a few things about what dads should and shouldn't do. And when I saw the list, I thought, man, I did not do very much for my wife during all of this. So, Trey, they say that the dad should have the bags packed. You got them packed? Do you have your go bag?
Nope.
No.
You're not ready to go?
And we got 2 months.
You got to get it ready.
It doesn't matter, dude. It could happen. My friend just gave birth, 4 weeks early.
Wow.
So you could... You never know when your time's coming.
I mean, what do you really need?
Now, you do need to be the game show host there. You need to have things ready for any reason. You need to have music on your phone. You need to have movies and music downloaded, movies and TV shows downloaded on your phone or your iPads to
Make
watch.
it comfortable. Yeah.
Make it comfortable because they'll probably have a TV in the room, but it's just going to be standard cable. And who wants to watch anything that's on that?
Now, Nick, I don't know if you have this one, but Trey, you are going to have to be the bouncer. Like, that's going to be your role because a lot of people are going to try to come and visit before and after the baby's born. And let me tell you this, your wife is not going to want that many people there, if any.
I don't have to bounce anybody.
Why?
COVID.
Oh, that's true. You probably have a lot of visitors.
It's just me.
Even after?
Until we go home, and then
so that's better.
I'll be the bouncer there, but at the hospital.
Once you get home, people are going to want to come by. And one of our friends that we work with, Justin, his best friend just gave birth. And I told him, look,
don't be that guy.
That's great that you want to go by and see the kid. I'm sure the wife will want that. Mm-hmm. But both you and Kara, at least for me and my wife, we didn't want people staying longer than like 15, 20 minutes. Because if the baby's asleep, that's time that mom can take a shower. That's time that mom can take a nap. That's time that, you guys could be cleaning up the house and stuff like that. And people will overstay their welcome.
For sure.
They think, oh, we're best friends, or, it might be a parent or two. Sometimes you may just have to make an excuse. Maybe you get like a little social cue from Kara, a little eyebrow raise or something that she's ready for this to end, and you just got to say, all right, we got to get this baby back in his crib. Kara's gonna take a shower or something. Bye, thanks for coming. You just gotta let him go. Thank you so much for lunch. That was great.
Another thing that you're gonna need to do while Kara's giving birth is basically don't talk.
JC, I wrote down don't complain.
Don't complain. Do not talk. Do not speak unless spoken to. Do not tell. Man, I pissed my wife off trying to tell jokes with the doctors in there. Do not do that. Basically, we keep quiet until she finally feels okay to talk to us. Don't ask her how she's feeling because she's not feeling well. She's going to be hurting. Basically, you got to stay quiet for a good solid 72 hours.
Yeah, and man, it's crazy. Sometimes you're in there for a minute and then boom, your wife gives birth. Sometimes it's like we're waiting there for 18 hours and nothing's happening. So like it can be tough.
I negotiated with my wife that I get one joke in the delivery room.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about it, been trying to come up with a good one, and I think I'm going to wait till the very end, till he comes out and they show me the
first thing you say is a joke.
Yeah, the first thing I say.
That's fine. I like that.
That's not my baby.
You said you and David split up. Trey, something else that I think is very important for you to do, and people are going to disagree with this. It might be a hot button issue, but when you give birth, they are going to encourage, and they should encourage, the baby staying in your room the whole time, right?
Yep.
So the baby's born, it really never leaves your side. Our hospital offered, they said, hey, would you like us to take him to the nursery so you guys can sleep? Say yes, let him take the baby down there for 3 hours so that you guys can sleep. A lot of my friends did not do it, and they then regret that decision.
Yeah.
So we did that with both kids, and it was wonderful.
Is there like a room that is like at church, the kids' room, like where I can go and take the baby and let mom sleep?
I don't think so.
Oh,
no. Yeah, that baby's going to be in your room,
right?
Or in the nursery. Like if he's going to go get circumcised or whatever it is, they'll take him down the hall for a few minutes and bring him right back. So.
I feel like that's going to be a whole nother topic, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think we need some input for circumcision. I'm sure people have some hot opinions.
To do it or to not do it.
At
what are you
Chatty
planning?
Daddies.
Well, we'll find that out in another episode. That's definitely something we can get into.
Now, I'm worried about the health of the baby. I'm worried about the health of mom, mental health, of course, after the fact, postpartum depression. Make sure the kid gets enough nutrients. I know they drop a little weight after they're born, but I got to worry about my own health, no?
Yeah.
And that is why I go with Care Of. They sent me a 30-day supply of all the vitamins I need. I took a little quiz online. I was like, oh, you know what? I do want to try some of this and that and the other thing. And they go, here are the things you should be taking. Send them to me. And I just have them all in one little package, open it up, take it each and every morning. Carol is great right now.
I was just telling Nick, I don't know how I went without care of for all these years because I would go to the supplement shop and stand there and be like, dang, I don't know what I need. Do I need this? Do I need
Seriously,
this fish oil? Do I need that?
You go and you stand there and there's 1,000 vitamins that people are saying, put in
Right.
your body. I don't know what I need. I don't know how much I should take or how often. Care of takes care of that for you.
And I'm one of those people that doesn't take care of myself. Like,
Right.
my hair, my skin, my nails. Now, Care of's got a new line, Skin Plus Hair, and that helps you work on the beauty goals as well. Handsomivity? What's the word? Beauty, male, handsome.
I like handsomivity.
Handsomivity?
Is that a new word that we should coin?
We should.
tell
We just
Care of.
created it.
But
Yeah.
it helps you get your handsomivity on with a combination of ingredients for hair, skin, and nails.
And you know, protein is a big thing in our diet. We need that in our lives. And Care of has delicious protein powders, and they're made with wholesome ingredients you can recognize, like organic cocoa and pink Himalayan sea salt. Not these things that we can't pronounce. These are natural ingredients that you need in your body.
We love Care of, and we know you're going to love Care of. So for 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com/daddies50. Enter promo code daddies50. That's takecareof.com/daddies50 for 50% off of your first Care of order.
Guys, I had a whoopsie daisy moment with my son.
Okay.
So I was watching Comedy Central one night before I went to bed, and I think I was watching Knocked Up or something like that, and I had a good time. Turned off the TV, went to sleep because I had to work the next morning. So since I've been working from home, I went downstairs during a break during the radio show, and my son was already up. It was probably like 7:40, and I go down there and he's watching TV. But the things I heard from the show he was watching made me run to the remote and turn that TV off right away.
And suddenly you have no idea where the power button is.
Oh, dude, I
Suddenly
couldn't,
completely
or the
forget.
remote.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't find it. I was like, what are you watching? And he goes, I don't know. I just turned on the TV and this is on. It was a girl, dude, with a vibrator. One of those vibrators. I think it was like a rabbit or something. I don't know what it was called. I couldn't see. And she was, at the moment when I walked downstairs, I could hear her talking about her G-spot.
Oh.
And Kaysen, when I turned off the TV, and I'm thinking I got away with it, everything's good, he looked at me and he goes, Papa, what's a G-spot? I was not equipped to answer that question because I, for one, also am looking for it.
No, couldn't find it. No idea.
Bro, but he's asking me these questions because of this damn commercial. It was an infomercial on Comedy Central that was on early in the morning, and I had no idea that they had these. And she was talking about G-spots and this toy and what you can do with it and pleasure. And now my son's been he's a pervert now.
Yeah, it's all downhill.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
One time when I was a kid, so I love movies. I watched movies all the time. My parents were not super strict on movies that I could watch. So I remember one time I was going through a big Pauly Shore phase, everybody.
Okay.
And I rented the movie Jury Duty, which is a great movie. I love Jury Duty. If
Never seen
anyone's-
it.
Yeah, it's an oldie but a goodie. And so in Jury Duty, Pauly Shore is on jury duty, and he's staying at a Holiday Inn. And he walks into the Holiday Inn, and he said, wow, every day's not a holiday. Every day's an orgasm. And, he was like, wow, this is so great. I had no idea what that meant. And I repeated it to my mom. And she was just like, where did you hear that? And I told her, and she said, okay. She never explained to me what it was.
Yep.
I didn't find out till later on what it was. I was like, oh, okay.
Were you in a Holiday Inn when you found out?
No,
what
I
it
was at home. I was in my kitchen, or my parents' kitchen, and I just repeated that movie line. Had no idea what it meant. So be looking out for something that he repeats, JC, from the infomercial.
I'm kind of glad we're not going back to school and he's not going to ask the teacher what a G-spot is.
Well, if his teacher tells him, let him share his notes with you. And then share them with us.
Hey guys, I found out we got a new review on the Apple Podcast app, and I thought I'd share it with you now. I went through to see if we were up on the top 200.
Surely
list
we're
again.
back in the 200.
No. So I swooped over. That was on shows, and I was like, oh, maybe we're in the episodes. Sure. Maybe one of our episodes is up there. And I didn't find that in the top 200 either. Yeah. But we did get a glowing review from CMC3306. She said, I listen to a lot of mommy podcasts, and this is a refreshing listen. I like to hear the dad's point of view. Keep up the good work.
Aw,
That is
you're
very
welcome.
nice.
70 ratings, 5.0. Just saying. Hey-o.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of The Chatty That Is.
Be sure to subscribe for free wherever you get your podcasts.
And if you get a chance, go ahead and leave a 5-star rating and a nice little review if you can, please. Thank you.